All right, welcome to Bob's Radio Cafeteria. You can find me facebook.com/Bob's Radio Cafeteria. And my guest, the one and only Richie Ramone. Richie, are you there?
I'm here. What's going on, Bob's Radio?
Nothing much. Just excited to talk to you, and also very excited because I'm going to be seeing you at the end of the week. Why don't you tell the people where you're going to be in San Francisco?
Oh, okay. DNA Lounge, Friday night.
Oh, I cannot wait.
It's a really good bill, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
How's the tour going, by the way? Let us know how the tour's going.
Great. I mean, I just got back Sunday from like 3 weeks on the East Coast. We did a tour with the Queers and Adam Age, and that was really crazy. So we just got back, and now we start Wednesday here in L.A. and go out for another 2 weeks on the West Coast here.
How's the audience?
1 day off, and then we go to Europe for 6 weeks. So it's kind of busy time.
How the audiences must be going crazy. So excited to see you.
Yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool when you play, even smaller markets like Green Bay, Wisconsin, and Memphis, Tennessee, places where people, bands don't always stop all the time. They really, really appreciate it,
Yeah,
so we play a few smaller markets on that tour, which is a lot of fun for me. I mean, they come really energized.
Now, last time we spoke, so the people listening, new listeners can know, you actually play drums and guitar. Well, obviously you sing, but you also do guitar and drums. How's that coming along? What songs do you play guitar on?
No, live I don't play guitar live, no. I play guitar and bass and keyboards when I write songs, that's all.
Oh, so you don't play guitar at all when you play live?
No.
Oh, that's my mistake. Okay,
I play drums and sing, and then I come up front and just sing, and my second guitar player, Ben, he jumps on the drums. So.
Oh, that's what I must have misunderstood. So for people thinking he's playing guitar, do not scratch what we just said.
No.
I wanted to ask you one of the things before I asked about a little past your past history. I want to know about your songwriting. How do you do songwriting? Does the lyrics come first, or the title, or like Entitled? How did that song come about?
The music generally comes first. I write the lyrics last. I'll write them, I'll write some music, and then I'll write a melody just with, vowel sounds, like how I want it to roll off my tongue, and then I write the words. I'll get an idea for the song title, and it all starts with something that really happened, and something that I really want to talk about, but I never finish the words to the end. The words always take a little more time for me. Like there's always an idea in place when you write the song,
Got it. So, and that's so like when you're in the studio, or when you get the final words, is that what do you mean? Like when you're in the studio, like okay, you got to finish these lyrics up for the song, or
right.
Just when you're
Gotcha. Yeah, you got 2 weeks. We're gonna go in the studio. You better finish up, little bits and pieces.
Now,
I always work on a deadline. I work better at the last moment, I think.
It seems like a lot of artists, and you're another one, it seems like a lot of artists work better that way, and you're another one to add to that list. It just, I guess, whatever it is, it's just like you just work better under pressure.
I guess so, yeah.
Now, let me ask you, let people know who is in your touring band?
Well, we have Alex Kane on lead guitar. He was in like LSD, Life, Sex, and Death, and
right,
Anti-Product, a few other bands. We have Claire Mistake from London, and she plays bass. And Ben Reagan, he's from LA here. He plays rhythm guitar and drums. So I can go up front a little bit and kick the kids in the head a little bit, so I don't have to be behind the drums the whole show.
Alex
I
Kane
just
is going to probably
better.
Alex Kane probably gets a lot of questions about Stanley, the guy that used to be the singer in Life, Sex, and Death. I'm sure he does. Well, I'm really excited. I cannot wait. And I've said this to you before, and I just don't say this because I'm talking to you. I really mean this. Your era of the Ramones is my favorite era of the Ramones. I thought you brought I don't know. There's just something about the drumming and just the energy, and of course the songs you wrote, and obviously
Right.
you play some of those songs when you're playing. Now, asking you, how did you get into drums? How old are you when you first started playing drums?
5 years old. I started,
Wow.
I've been playing 50 years now, so I started very young in kindergarten. I would always, at recess, they had that dirty box in the corner, and it had, like, toys, and we'd march around, and I would never pick up, like, the trumpet, the plastic thing that you blow into. I'd always do something rhythmic, like the sand blocks or stuff. And that was it. It just started there, and I got my first teacher, like, when I was 6.
Wow. That's a long. You've been playing a while, my friend.
Yeah. Mhm.
Oh, and I forgot to mention too. We want to mention find anything on Richie Ramone. Of course, you can find him on Facebook, but also richieramone.com, where all the tour dates, the video, merchandise, which you'll have all that at the show. Cannot wait for that. Cannot wait
Richie
to get
Ramone Official is the Facebook page.
Yes, exactly. Yes, not just the personal one. I wanted to ask you, when you were first coming up and you were playing, what was the first band, like the first, I would say, professional band or the band that was serious? Because, I mean, every musician plays little hack bands here and there. But what was the first band that was, like, serious?
I played in the band probably like 1980 called Remod, which was very interesting. And then I had another band. I played with the Church a little bit, and then I was in a band called Velveteen.
Right.
It comes to a point when you first start playing, you play, cover songs, and then eventually you want to play original music. So those bands were playing original music.
Now,
I was also in the White Boys, too, which was before that. That was probably 1979.
Any recordings of that from the White Boys, anything like that?
Yeah.
Was there any record?
Yeah. White Boys, and another band was called The Ambulance. There are some recordings from them. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, because I see there's the Ambulance, Planet U. Is that a reissue of the or is that it came out in 2012?
Yeah, there must be some reissue. I don't know.
Oh, now tell us about. Also, I want to know, working with Fred Schneider from the B-52s. What was that like?
It was awesome. Ronnie Ardito from the Church, we used to write a lot, and we wrote some songs for him for his solo album. So, it was very interesting. He's a great guy.
So he was there when you recorded the band.
Oh,
he
yeah.
was actually there. Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you too about some of the songs on Entitled that came out. I was going to say last year, but we're in 2015. I wanted to ask you about some of the songs and what the stories were behind them. One of the ones is "I'm Not Jesus." What's the story behind that song? What brought about that song?
Well, the title comes from my Catholic upbringing, but it seems that when you get in position and you're out there, people are always bothering you for stuff, or
right.
Like, hey, what's going on? Can you help me with this and that? And my answer was, I'm not Jesus. I can't heal you. So that's kind of what that really came about, in that sense. And I put words in there about Jesus on the cross and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But really, it's it's more about quit bothering me type of thing.
Yeah. I don't have the answers.
Right, exactly.
Now, folks out there, if you're talking to Richie, don't expect him to have all the answers. He's a human being just like the rest of us. How about this one, "Smash You"? Where was the inspiration for that one, or is that pretty self-explanatory?
That's just being in relationships that I had, and all people have relationships. And,
of course.
The girl's kind of crazy and always, screwing up, and and you just just want to smash her on the head, but you can't. You know what I'm saying? So,
got it. So that's the kind of like,
always fighting on the street and stuff like that, getting drunk, and it's just like, man, I'd like to take you down, but, as a man, you don't do that to women,
Of course. You can put it in a song, though, and that's okay. Hey, does it make you, does it help you? Is it therapeutic with music? Do you find it very therapeutic when you write the lyrics? Like, say, Smash You. Is it therapeutic for yourself?
I guess in a way, but, I find that I have to write about things I experienced or things that happened to me personally,
Right.
I feel that I can deliver it better because it's real to me. I can't, make up something that I never saw or never did or never happened to me. That would just be there'd be no emotion to it, And I think the best songs come from your own life experiences or something that happened to you or you were around somebody else when something happened,
So is it fair to say the song you wrote for the Ramones, Somebody Put Something in My Drink, that is actually based on an actual experience?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You got to be careful
that
when
was
you're taking...
we used to, when I first moved to New York City when I was 18, I had no money, and we would go to nightclubs, and when people got up to dance, we'd steal their drinks.
Yeah.
And one night, something was starting to come over me, and it was really weird. And eventually, it was like there was LSD in the drink or something.
Oh no!
And, it's a weird thing if you take it and you're taking it, but if you don't know that you take it, you think you're dying or what's going on with me.
Oh my God!
So that was a weird night. But I didn't have to steal any more drinks that night. I was all
good. I think somebody was trying to tell you something. Did you make it?
No.
You had friends supporting you through that, though. You weren't on your own with dealing with.
No, I was with a friend, and but that's why now I won't drink anything that's not sealed.
Absolutely. Or Keith Richards has the thing where he always spits in his drink, so it's like nobody will ever drink.
Right.
When you were in a couple of quick Ramones questions. When you came into the Ramones and you brought these songs, were they open to your songs? Were they like, oh yeah, cool, you want to write songs? Sure. Or were they was it kind of let's see what you got?
No. Well, they, Joey always wanted me too, and Dee Dee,
Mm-hmm.
Johnny was skeptical. What happened was Marky would bring songs and his brother would write them, and they didn't, and he would say he wrote them, so they didn't really like that. But I broke down the barrier, and they knew I wrote them. And the only thing is, I had more songs, but John, wouldn't allow more than one or two songs on the record because that would be, biting into his
their
pocket
money.
because I get 100% of the songwriting, So because
on Too Tough to Die, I think you only had one song on that, right? Was that Humankind was on that one, correct?
And then Martin, who ran Baker's Banquet in London, when they put their record out, he always took another song of mine. So there'd always be two on the British version. It's really
good.
Weird. Yeah.
What songs are you doing? Are you doing all the Ramones all the songs you wrote for the Ramones? Are you doing all those live, like Humankind?
I don't know if I'm doing all of them, but I'm doing a handful.
Oh, that's
pretty
cool.
Broken up between my new album, songs I wrote for the Ramones, and then naturally I do a few Ramones classics.
Oh, cool.
So it's
I hope Warthog is in there because your drumming on Warthog is amazing.
I'm not telling you.
Okay, I'll have to see.
I'll be surprised.
I'm going to be.
A lot of nights I'll do audibles where I'll just call out something and make it happen. It's all about I watch the crowd and feel how they're responding and what they really want to hear. I could tell, So some people may not know my record, and if I give them too much of it, they can start to get sleepy. So I'll call an audible to give them something they know. So
smart man. You're like a coach. You're like a coach watching the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fun.
Can't wait.
That's what's fun about punk rock show is there's always something to watch. It's not just people sitting there. It's stuff to see. And so you're constantly watching the audience, and they're watching you. It's kind of fun.
Oh, it's going to be great. I got some people going to be coming. I got a bunch of people going to come to the show. I was like, oh, you got to see Richie. Great price. By the way, folks, I'm speaking only for the San Francisco Bay Area. Of course, you're playing all over the place, but I am in the San Francisco Bay Area. He is at the DNA Lounge. I mean, $10 for the show, folks, to see Richie Ramone. That is a deal in itself in this day and age, and you're going to get a great show. And I'm really excited about it. And also, more importantly, I'm more excited to actually meet you in person, and shake your hand, and get a picture.
Oh, cool!
I can't wait. Now, I wanted to also ask you about some of the other albums you played on. The Rock and Roll Rats. Tell me about that.
I guess I met them on tour, and they wanted to do an EP, and they wanted me to drum on it. And I heard the material; it sounded great, so they sent me the files, and I just cut the tracks in my studio and sent it back to them, and they did all the mixing and everything. So,
perfect.
And that's a fun thing to do, because we really don't even have to be together anymore. As long as I have their files, I can lay my drums here, and then they can take the raw files and mix it and produce it and do all that stuff. So I hope to do more of that. I did one song with Dan Sartain also that way, and called Love Suicide, and I'm going to do some more in the future.
The Dan Sartain, the Dan Sartain one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Cool. And does it make life so much easier now? It's not like you have to. I mean, there's always the counter complaint. Oh, you lose some of the soul the way they do it now. But in other ways, here's an opportunity for you to play on an album you didn't have to actually be in their studio while doing it.
Right. As long as you keep it real and don't get loaded down and with click tracks and don't put everything on the grid like they do today. They line it up so it's too perfect sounding. As long as you don't do that, you don't have to be in the same room,
So how did they do it? So they recorded the guitars or whatever, the basses to a click track, and then they submitted it to you. Got it.
And then I lay the drums over it,
Oh, that's cool. Now tell us about your drum set. What are you using? How many pieces?
Well, now I'm using 8-tail drums, which are made in London now on this tour. And I keep a very, simple setup, I just, kick, snare, rack tom, and floor tom, Sometimes I use two floor toms, but I only use the second floor tom as a table to hold my sticks and my towel. But basically, that's it. It's just the 4 drums, man, and, 3 crash cymbals and a ride.
Is that the drum set with the beautiful? It looks gold and sparkly.
Yeah, that's that one. That's SJC. I have a different endorsement now. So, but this one will be silver sparkle, so it's nice and
good. It has to be sparkly, Richie.
Yeah, it has to be sparkly. They wanted to give me like the wood grain set, and I said I don't want that. They sound good in the studio, but live, I don't know. They're just too plain looking for me.
Now, when you're in Europe,
white or sparkle.
Yeah, it pops too when you're on stage and the lights hit them. It's just like it just looks so cool,
Right.
When you're in Europe now, in South America, I know the South America is just huge for the Ramones.
Right.
I mean, did they go nuts when you were there? Was it, or were you? I mean, is it going to be like, Beatlemania?
It is in a way. I mean, they're just, the Latin countries, Spain. When I go to Spain, same thing. You won't find them standing there with their arms folded.
Exactly.
Like you'll see in Los Angeles or other things. They come out, they like their rock and roll, and they're going to let loose, and and they become part of the show, which is really great. There's nothing worse than just working your ass off, and you got a guy 20 feet back just looking at you with his arms folded. When I see that, I'll call them out. Either I tell them to leave, or I just tell them right on the mic, hey, get out of here. Nobody needs you.
I love it.
Because it's you're really putting out, and you're just giving it your all, and to see that, it's like, well, you
no kidding.
here. To just go home.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know?
kidding. Like, watch it on YouTube or something. Just like you're at a
Right.
show, and a great show, and you're seeing a legend performing, working his ass off, and a great band. Speaking of your band, how did you come across all of them? Did they reach out to you, or you reached out to them? How did that all come about? Like with Alex and all that.
Yeah, a few years, Claire contacted me, and she knew Alex and knew I was doing, I was going to do a record and stuff like that, and, that I needed a band. So that's how, the word gets out really quick. And, Alex and Claire,
Yeah.
they know all Ramones songs. I mean, they play that stuff really good, For me,
Yeah.
I need a bass player who's very simple, who doesn't like to play all the too many notes,
Yeah.
Hold it down. Just play the low bottom end. That's what I like, and let me do the extra stuff,
You don't need Geddy Lee on bass.
No, you don't need it, You just need someone with good timing and hold it down, And just throb away rather than just, playing all the stuff. I don't even think she touches one of the strings,
It could almost be her claim to fame. I don't even touch one of the strings.
Yeah.
You can introduce her like that. On bass, a person who doesn't even touch one of the...
Yeah, she needs like a 3-string bass,
That's it. That's all you need. You just need that, and it just sounds so killer too. And I cannot wait to hear it. And again, obviously, you see how excited I am. And again,
how is
really
that
great.
club? I never played there. Is it good?
Yeah,
it's
good.
To be a cool spot.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good club. I haven't been there in a few years because there hasn't really been anything worth going for. So going to, but definitely you're worth going to. So yeah, it's a good club. It should be good. In San Francisco, well, they're gonna eat you up because I mean, it's like, oh my God, here we go, and here's a Ramone too, and his Richie Ramone who played on some of I consider some of the greatest Ramone albums, and just one hell of a nice person, and writes great solo stuff himself. So yeah, the people are gonna eat you up.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Where are you right now? Are you home right now? I'm
in L.A. Yeah, we got back. When did I get back? Sunday night. So
Sunday night. Yeah, right.
Tomorrow
cool.
I start the tour in L.A. So that's easy. So it's a home show, and then the next night is Long Beach. So that's kind of a home show.
Of course.
And then Friday we drive up to San Francisco, and then don't come back to the 27th.
Yeah, where are you going to? Where are you going after San Francisco? If you want to go a few.
I guess Reading. We're going to Reading, and then we go to
cool.
A few dates in Oregon, and then Seattle. We're playing Reno, and I guess we'll be in Phoenix too. So
you got a nice. I mean, this is a nice tour. I mean, you're really. I was looking at the tour dates. And I was like, he is hitting everything. I love it.
Yeah, this is a good 3-month stretch right here.
I'll announce some of the dates. I'll give out some of the dates right now for all the listeners. I'll get out the dates. So April 15th, L.A., April 16th, Long Beach, San Francisco. I mean, and folks, by the way, these are all one day. There's no breaks in here. This is 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Eugene, Portland, Seattle, Medford, Reno, Sebastopol, Winchester, California. I mean, you're hitting them all. Phoenix, and Fullerton, and then you stop at Fullerton, and then you have a few. It seems like you got less than a week off, and then you hit Italy, Austria.
Days, only 2 days off, and then we leave on the 30th for Italy.
Wow. And it's still, there's like Sweden, and then there's a couple days, then you're in Spain right in a row, England right in a row. My Lord, man. How do you do it?
Vitamins.
Well, I mean, you're the drummer. I mean, and the drumming is the hardest part of the show. I mean, that's a lot of physical energy. I mean, this is amazing. Gosh, you are a true rock and roller, baby.
Try drumming and singing at the same time.
Yes, I can't wait to see. By the way, there's this great video of you. I think I mentioned this in the last time I interviewed you last year. I always tell people, please go watch this video on YouTube. It's you with the Ramones, obviously, and it's the black and white video, and one of the songs you do is Warthog, but it's just watching you is just like, oh my God, this guy is a monster. But you look like you're just, it's like it's nothing. You're just so calm, and you just got, you're singing and playing. It's amazing. I love it.
Well, I try not to make those drummer faces, you know.
Yeah.
You know, as best you can, but, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to.
Exactly. Well, let's start wrapping up here. So, So you heard, let me give you the dates. The next few dates. He's April 15th, Los Angeles at Los Globos. April 16th, Long Beach, Blacklight District. April 17th, coming here, DNA Lounge.
Yeah.
I'll be there. Yay! April 18th, Redding, California, Bombay's. April 19th, Eugene, Oregon. April 20th, the Hawthorne Theater, Portland. El Corazon in Seattle on the 21st. 22nd is Medford. And then there's a bunch after that, 23rd, Reno. But if any information you need to find on Richie, go to richieramone.com and or talk to him on Facebook. He will talk to you. He's a great guy. And Richie, anything you want to promote before we wrap this interview up?
No, I just want, everybody should know that, right after the show, I come out to the merch table, I take pictures, sign autographs, and I like to meet everybody. I don't run away, so I'll spend an hour with people just saying hello, and I think that's important.
Well, you're definitely going to meet me because I'm definitely going to want to meet you, shake your hand, and get a picture with you, brother. Because I can't wait. Okay. I'm really excited about meeting you. I'm so excited about this show, and I'm really happy for you. I'm really happy. I mean, this is just you're really out there. You're really playing it. This isn't just like just playing a few sporadic dates here and there. No, you're out there playing it, and that takes a lot. I'm just really happy for you, and I'm also happy that, again, you here on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. It's always a pleasure, and you're always welcome here on this show, my friend, always.
Oh, thanks so much. You serve food in your cafeteria?
Whatever you want. What do you want me to serve?
Oh, okay. I like cheeseburgers.
You got it. Medium rare, well done.
No, medium.
You got it,
medium
brother.
Well. You got to cook. You got to cook that chopped beef.
That's right. That's what my sister always says. Make sure to order it medium well. You don't want it well done because, and again, richieramone.com. And, if you're at the cafeteria, you can have a cheeseburger with me and Richie. Ha-ha. There we go.
Cool.
Richie, thank you so much. I will see you this in the next few days at the DNA Lounge.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on Bob's Radio Cafeteria. And, again, you can find me, facebook.com/Bob's Radio Cafeteria. You can find richieramone.com. And thank you so much. Thanks to all the listeners, and see you at the next Bob's Radio Cafeteria. Thank you, Richie.
All right, take care, guys. All right, bye.
Bye-bye.